What's going on, guys? So before we start this video, I do want to announce that I have some new merch on the website just in time for the July 4th week. And well, I mean, it's ending right now, but I figured I would announce this on YouTube. I announced it a few days ago, July 4th, on Instagram. I've got some new key tags available. The Freedom key tag has now made it to GuitarMagenZL1.com. On the front there, you got the good old American flag. On the back, we got the checkered flag. A little bit of a playoff from the Freedom Rocket design. And I also got some new shirts for you guys. We decided to put the Send It logo on a t-shirt. We had them on the hoodies. They were great sellers, as well as the key tags. So for the summer, figured I'd get it on a t-shirt. So we got these available online as well. Those of you guys that are interested, I always have it below in the description for you. Thank you guys so much for your support, and enjoy this video. What's going on, guys, and good morning. We're gonna start the day out today with some Chick-fil-A. Well, actually, I'm sorry, I already ate it, so we're starting the day out good. But in my passenger seat right now are the final parts to the turbos. Today is Saturday. It's about 9:15 a.m. This is the Saturday right before we leave for Camaro Fest. I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. I'm just gonna tell you guys straight how it is, how it's been going. It's not been going well. Now, obviously, when you're doing a big build like this, you can't really expect everything to go perfect, because it doesn't. But we have run into some issues that are literally out of our hands, out of my hands, and mainly the issues were getting us the parts in time. Now, with that being said, Texas Speed and Performance, they have come through with flying colors. They got me the engine, everything I needed in time. As far as Hellion goes, they provided me with the turbo kit. They had it in stock. They shipped it out promptly. Everything they said they were going to do, they did. They followed up on, and they have been a big help. We've been waiting since over a week now, and apparently the parts weren't in stock at Precision, so they literally just got them in stock on Tuesday. They came in Tuesday. They were told promptly by multiple parties, myself, by Hellion, to overnight those parts because we needed them to get them on the car. And not only did Precision not overnight it, but it was supposed to be here yesterday, Friday, but then there was a delay with FedEx, and there was a failure to load it on the truck. Literally, that's what it said in the status update. So missed a complete day. So needless to say, this has been an absolute nightmare trying to get these parts. What you have to understand when you're building this, you can't just slap on turbos at the end and you're good to go. Like, it's not gonna happen. Something like this, something as drastic of a change as this from stock, there's a lot of things that you need to test and make sure everything's okay as far as tuning goes and first startup, all that. So like, that stuff just doesn't happen in a day. You know, it takes a little time for that to happen. You know, I'm not really trying to throw Precision under the bus right now, but I'm not gonna lie to you guys either. I'm gonna tell you the truth. And this is the reason why it is now Saturday at 9:15 a.m. and I'm sitting outside of Complete Street Performance right now, just waiting for Eric to get here. And Eric has taken his time out of his weekend. He's coming in the shop today on a Saturday to help essentially put this car together so it's ready to be tuned on Monday. Thank you, big shout out to Eric, Complete Street Performance. If you guys do anything today, do me a favor, go follow Eric on his Instagram. Freaking awesome technician, awesome guy. He's actually, I think, starting up his YouTube channel here pretty soon. Again, big shout out to Eric for taking the time out of the weekend. Once Eric gets here, we'll go inside and you guys can check out the build so far. And we're just gonna sit here and literally pray to God, pray to whoever you worship, that this build gets done in time to make it to Camaro Fest. I spent a lot of my time, everything that I had to try and get this build done, to get these parts, to get everything here in time for this. So is Complete Street. I'm gonna try my best. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna try to get it there. I'm gonna try to get the car there. That's what you do when you have goals, guys. You don't give up on them. You keep at them, you work hard at them. If that means you gotta work 60 hours a week and then work another 16 hours on the weekend to get it done, you gotta do it. When life throws you curveballs, you gotta kind of go with it, and hopefully you hit it out of the park. There he is, the savior.
It's too early for that stuff, man.
Well, look, a box that says Precision on it. Finally.
You haven't opened it yet?
No, I don't want to open it yet. I want you to open it. I don't want to see what's probably not in there or what's wrong in that box.
Well, I'm glad it says cover clamp and bolt kit. So hopefully we have all the hardware along with the CHR. There's 67, 66s.
So that's correct.
Let's make sure what it says is correct.
All right.
Boxes inside of boxes.
Okay.
I think they're just packaged in this block of foam.
Yeah, the packaging's great. The shipping was not.
Overnight. Okay, we'll do ground.
In case any of us freak out on video, everybody knows why.
We're freaking out, throwing stuff in a couple minutes.
Look at that. So that's the part that was missing. Like I said, all we got were the turbo housings. Yeah, the essential part was missing. It's essentially like ordering an engine and only getting a block. Yeah, nothing in it.
There you go.
So now we have everything. Moment of truth.
Be like super careful with this stuff.
I was gonna say, yeah, you can't really ding it or anything. Wow.
See, I told you the black would look good.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Finally, we got turbos. 2 of them. This is as far as we've gotten, as far as Eric's gotten really, and that's as far as you can get without the turbos and these parts that we've just now put on. There's a little bit of a fitment issue over here. This is what we're running into, this issue right here, and we're gonna modify it a little bit to make it fit. When you get a kit like this, even though it's made really well, and like I said, I had no problems with Hellion whatsoever. They've been on par with everything we've done. You know, we are trying to do this on a ZL1 and not an SS, which is what this kit is designed for. I don't know, what do you think about the kit? It's on together pretty well.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know, for a turbo kit, for 95% of it to fit perfect,
yeah,
you really can't ask for much more.
Right. Now moving on to the engine. Obviously the engine's in. You guys saw that in the last video. Most of the stuff's put together as far as the engine goes. All the coils, the valve covers, everything's on there. Eric was able to heat wrap all of the lines here around the exhaust manifolds. He had to relocate the fuse box because that was originally over here, but now there's a big turbo going in there, so that gets moved over. The intercooler, that's in. You guys saw that as well. And the main piece, the centerpiece here, this is the most beautiful piece by late model engines. Voila. That sweet intake manifold. This is an LME ported intake manifold. Nick Williams boosted 103, I think, throttle body. And yeah, that thing is just, that's gonna be a great centerpiece on the engine. It's a little dark right now, but once everything's put together, it's gonna look badass. It's a billet intake manifold. It has port injection when I wanna do that. Right now, we're just gonna run the stock fuel system and see what she does. So we took the throttle body off real quick, and we're gonna show you guys what it looks like in the intake manifold. That beautiful CNC work that LME does. Look at that. That is pretty awesome. So moving down to the front of the car here, Eric is doing the piping for the intercooler. Looks like it's fitting pretty well there. Silicone connectors that, yeah, fits great. Hellion Turbo. Comes with the different brackets here as well. These are the stock brackets, gets rid of all this other extra stuff and just kind of throws that secondary rad. What is that? Is that for the trans or is...
This is trans.
Yeah, that's a trans cooler. This is actually a factory auxiliary radiator. So like the main radiator is behind and this is the auxiliary one. The one over here was for an auxiliary heat exchanger for the blower. That is now teed into the one there. So technically we now have 3 heat exchangers for the engine. Eric teed it in, so we actually took use of that. That really isn't needed, but we figured since it's already there, might as well use it. And then again, the nice thing about this kit, it comes with everything, like down to hosing, like all the hose that you need. It comes with all of it. It comes with all your clamps. It comes with your T's, different like vacuum connectors for the lines. I mean, there's stuff over here, as you can see. Literally a 100% kit for your SS Camaro, or in this case, you know, we're trying to make it fit here on my ZL1. So that fits really nice in there. It's all hooked up. And now he's finishing it, hooking it up to the turbo there. That's essentially what it's going to look like with the air filter on it. Fit nice. This side has a lot of room. That side not so much because of the fuse box, but it's working. And I'll tell you what, Hellion has had a lot of tight spaces to work this kit in, and I think they've done a pretty good job with that. So now we're putting on the blow-off valves. Little baby, tiny little thing. It fits perfect in that little nook. If you guys hear any wind noise, there's a fan behind us.
Look at that.
Sweet. So now that side is done, we're gonna do the driver's side. Everything's fitting really nicely down here. Alrighty, so Eric's got the piping ran up through to the turbo. They have pretty detailed directions here. and pictures with everything, which is pretty nice. So even people like as dumb as myself can probably install this kit. So we routed that up to the intake manifold. As you can see, you just need to get the coupler there. There's a silicone reducer that honestly isn't going to fit on this right now because this is not a stock throttle body. This is a Nick Williams 103 boosted throttle body, and this kit is for a stock SS, so we're going to have to get a different reducer in order for these two to hook up to each other. So He-Man Eric, he's like out of breath now. We managed to get the reducer on. So we stretched it. Well, Eric stretched it like crazy. I mean, literally doesn't even need a clamp now, but we're gonna do it anyways. Stretched a freaking stock throttle body. What's the stock throttle body on an SS?
What are they, 90?
90?
Yeah, I don't know. Gen 5 90. Stuff, yeah.
To 103. If it doesn't fit, make it fit. My God. Look at him go.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Damn, look at him. He's sweating.
I'm gonna have fucking veins bulging out. Oh my God, it's all the way on.
Dude, it is all the way on.
Wow. Never.
That is insane right there. Don't try this at home, kids.
This is what it's like when I put condoms on. Oh my God, it fits.
So now that we got that in, look at that. There's the intake tube, and that's the last piece of the piping, the tubing puzzle.
I might loosen this and we can kind of twist it a little bit, but we'll leave it like that because it looks cool.
This is definitely looking good. Uh-oh.
Oh,
there
man.
it is, the savior.
We got a pipe.
Yo. It's a little wet still.
That's okay.
Hey, that looks a lot better than I thought it was going to. Wow. That looks great. So Tony, welder extraordinaire, decided to help us out with that, and he managed to weld her all up, paint it back up, and
Uh-oh.
Need a wastegate.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something's not right here. All right, guys, so that basically concludes part 3 of the twin turbo build, and we're essentially pretty far along now. We did gain pretty decent traction today, although the piping at the top of the wastegate that did hold us back a lot, trying to get that figured out and get Tony to weld that up for us. So we did lose a bit of time there that we could have used to finish up, you know, putting the car together and everything like that. But we'll be okay because we're going to come back tomorrow and we're going to finish it up tomorrow, and then hopefully get it on the dyno first thing Monday morning, get it tuned up, ready for Tuesday for me to pick it up, and then we'll be off to Camaro Fest Wednesday morning. Again, I want to give a huge shout out to Eric for coming out today, coming out tomorrow, and just getting it done. And you know, it really helps to have an extremely knowledgeable mechanic, and having him do fast and efficient work is just a bonus. So yeah, you guys definitely give him a follow, show him some love on his Instagram, and also be sure to give Complete Street the same, because they are definitely getting it done, building some awesome cars. Even though we had some bumps in the road earlier on in the video, and obviously this whole week we've been waiting for these parts, you know, we still got it done. We pushed through it, and we're gonna get it done. You know, this is kind of behind the scenes stuff that you don't really see in video, because it's just, you know, putting stuff all like that in a video, all my videos would all be just depressing because it would just all be bad news. So I don't really choose to show all that stuff to you guys, but I do want to let you guys know that it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and not everything goes perfectly as planned. I do a lot of planning, I do a lot of thinking ahead of time and figuring out and lining up how I want things to be done, and there's always something that's going to get in the way. So I just choose not to show those things and just kind of give you guys the good news, the positive stuff, just because, you know, that's what people want to see. People don't want to see constantly negative stuff on a channel when they watch it, so that's why I don't really show it. But every now and then I do like to show you guys kind of what goes on and really the truth of everything. We're also trying to do something here to a car that really isn't meant to do it. It really hasn't been done before. Not just that, but the kit that's made for the car, we're also we're trying to fit bigger turbos on a kit that's supposed to have smaller turbos on, and also fit it in a car, a trim level that it isn't supposed to fit on. So we are doing a lot of stuff against the book, but you know what? I like it because I'll be one of the only ones to have a ZL1, a 6th gen ZL1 with a 10-speed auto, twin turbo, definitely the 416, all that. Like, it's gonna be a one-of-a-kind build. The only other 6th gen ZL1 that I know that's twin turboed is just a manual, 6-speed manual, and I'm not sure if they used a kit. I know it's the stock engine From what I remember, I don't know. I didn't really hear much about it, but that's the only one I know in existence currently. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Definitely be sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. And stop by my website. I got the Freedom key tags and we got the Send It shirts available. And if you're watching one of my videos for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and have a great day.